Hello, everybody. We're live, and today we're going to go through 5 reasons, according to Harvard Medical School, why it's good to go outside and do something. Back in 30 seconds. Hello, everybody. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. My name's Shamash, author of Mindfulness for Dummies, and we are going through the Action for Happiness New Ways November calendar. And today we are on... Is that one? No, that one. We're on the 15th, which is to go outside and do something playful, walk, run, explore, and relax. And today in England, it's such a beautiful day with a few drops of rain and lots of clouds. Ideal day to go outside. So I thought before we start talking about that, let me go through 5 reasons why it's good to go outside according to Harvard Medical School. And that might give us a little bit of motivation and a reason to go. Now, the first one is more valid for the summer, actually, and that is when we go outside, our levels of vitamin D rise. Studies have found that it's really, really important. And here in the UK, certainly it needs to be more in the spring and the summer months and not so much around this time of year. But it's something good to remember and keep in mind. And if you've got a slightly not pale skin, then I think you even more need that vitamin D. And so it could be a good reminder to make sure you take a few vitamin D pills, because for many people there's a little bit of low levels of vitamin D, and vitamin D can help our immune system, and we need to boost our immune system as much as we can at the moment. So you could either find out with some sort of blood test if you're low on vitamin D, or you can just take some basic vitamin D supplements on a regular basis. So that could help you. But just also remember, when you go outside, you do get a touch of that vitamin D too. More in the summer though. Secondly, and this is probably more relevant, which is when we go outside, we're much more likely to kind of engage in exercise. And that can be anything from walking to running. So you don't have to run to exercise. Walking and a bit of brisk walking is great. And for some people, you like to do the goals such as 10,000 steps and things like that. And that's great if that works for you and you do that regularly. Good for you. And if not, just getting outside. So a good thing for the winter, especially where we are here in the UK, sometimes it's hard to motivate yourself to go outside. So you could say to yourself, I'm just going to do a very tiny action and I'm going to commit to it, which is to put my trainers on. And then you can decide, you can put your trainers on, look outside and see if you can have got the motivation to go out, and you're much more likely to start getting into that daily habit. So that's following the philosophy of the tiny habits, which behavior change experts often say is very powerful. So just doing a tiny step, like just putting your trainers on, could be good. Thirdly, and I know you're all fans of this, as many of you are Action of Happiness fans, is that they say that if you go outside, you'll be happier. Light tends to elevate people's mood, and there's usually more light available outside than inside. Almost always, not always. At the moment, it's probably close, both of them pretty close. Physical activity, we know, helps people to relax and cheers them up. So being outside replace inactivity pursuits when you're inside, such as watching television or being on the internet or looking on Facebook Live, for example. Thirdly, this is an interesting one. They found that concentration improves when you go outside. Now, they found this for children, particularly with ADHD. They seem to focus better after having been outdoors. So it's a bit more of a stretch that applies to adults. But each person's different. So you can find out for yourself. If you spend a bit more time outside and you come back in, do you find yourself a bit more focused and more present? I find I do. And sometimes, I'm obviously working from home, as many of us are. You could have periods of working on your computer and doing stuff at home and then going outside, sometimes even just for 5 or 10 minutes, and then come back in. And you may find you'll be a bit more focused. And finally, you can heal faster. So one study, according to Harvard Medical School, people recovering from spinal surgery experienced less pain and stress and took fewer pain medications when they were exposed to some natural light. An older study showed that just having a view of the window, trees versus a brick wall, helped recovery in hospital. And it reminds me of the ancient Greek culture where they used to have hospitals overlooking very beautiful landscape because they thought that was part of the healing process. So lots of ideas there for, or at least reasons for going outside and spending a little bit more time outside. Okay, have Sandra in France, and she's saying it's a really beautiful day in Grenoble. I think France is having quite a nice weather today. I was in our daily mindfulness club. Someone in south of France was also saying that, so I'm happy for you. But when we want to cultivate habits, especially daily habits, if we want to do things regularly, we need to try and overcome the weather, which will always change, especially here in England and obviously everywhere. But as you get further away from the equator, it changes more, I guess, with the seasons. And so getting into that daily habit of, wearing the right clothing and getting out there and spending some time outside can make such a difference. So good luck with that challenge, which is go outside and doing something playful as part of Action for Happiness. We also have a retreat today, which is an indoor practice, but I'll share the link in the comments. And you're welcome to join that for free. It's a little mindful retreat, and we might probably do some qigong today as well. Someone's volunteered to offer that, so let me share that in the comments. If you're welcome to join in that free experience too. So there it is. Did that come through? Completely wrong. Maybe try again. I might have to share it later on in the comments, and you'll get it that way. But yeah, it's a mindful retreat at home experience, and we do that every Sunday, and that's another thing you can participate in. But yeah, share in the comments what your ideas are, how you are going to get outside, what playful things are you going to do? Are you going to be doing walking or running? Are you going to be exploring, maybe doing some different types of photography? I'm doing a bit of black and white photography at the moment, which I'm quite enjoying. And you can relax too. You can do things like mindfulness and meditation or other forms of relaxation like yoga and stuff outside, especially when the weather is right for you. And that could be a nice way to spend some time outside too. So good luck with that. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And tomorrow's exercise will be look at life through someone else's eyes and see their perspective. That's a great way of cultivating empathy. Awesome. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.